Literally, the actual way you went about cheating also makes a difference. If you went to Vegas and it was one night and I find out about it 6 months later, that's totally different with you having a whole affair with the girl that you see at your coffee shop and you've been lying to me about where you've been last Thursday, the Thursday before that, the Thursday before that, the Thursday before that. You've been actively deceitful.
That's not cheating.
Versus one night that you went to Vegas. So we have to also contextualize the cheating.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Cheating and an affair is two different things. We're not blurring the lines. An affair is clearly an affair. An affair is exactly what you just described. Cheating is majority of the times is something that is spontaneous. It's something that has not been organized, and if it was organized, it was like a very, very lightly organized. Like, oh, you're going to the same spot, I'm gonna be at the same spot. Next thing you know, you smashing in the whip. You know what I'm saying? That's a, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's.
Is that normal?
Saying, guys.
Is this what?
It's very normal.
He's talking about his own situation.
Okay.
I'm talking.
This is coming from personal experience.
Quickly off the
I'm
tongue.
trying to tell y'all about real life and men.
Your real life.
No,
I'm
men.
sure that happened to you before.
That's not happening. I know for a fact that's not happening with every man out here.
Well, not every man qualifies for it to happen.
This is what I feel. I feel like for me, if I was to revenge cheat, it would only be in the time frame where I have him or her on ice. Like if we made up and we like got
during the cut you off time.
Yeah.
I can't believe you did that. Now I'm not answering your calls. We not.
And then I went out with my girls. We went to a club and I had a one night stand.
Okay.
Maybe it could go like that as well.
Right.
It doesn't have to be organized. I didn't have to like go to the guy from my job who I find attractive. It could have just been I went out with my girls. I got drunk and I was just so mad. And
he was fine.
And I was just
I
like,
wasn't talking to you, and I don't,
I wasn't talking to you.
But
That's a question.
I cut you off because I found out you were cheating. You admitted to me, and then let's also go about how you found out she was cheating.
That's not revenge cheating.
Did you admit to me that you were cheating because of the guilt, or did somebody slide in my DM and come to me as a woman? Like, these things also matter.
Well, let's also talk about the simple fact that, given the context, if you did cut him off, that's not cheating. Y'all are single. Even a break. If you having sex on a break is not cheating. Like, let's make sure that that's understood. You can feel what you want to feel, but technically speaking, there is no infidelity there because there's no relationship at that current period of time. So because of that, with those giving variables, that does not qualify as revenge cheating. Revenge cheating has to be when y'all are still together as a unit. Now, my question to you ladies is, why would you want to revenge cheat? Think about it. Why would you want to revenge cheat on somebody that you, I guess, want to see things through? Why not just leave?
But your whole mentality right there just shows the lack of understanding in how a long-term relationship goes. Just because we have a fight or you cheated or we're on odds, that does not mean that we are not together.
Yeah, I actually didn't say break
We go up, we go down. I'm not talking to you. I'm mad at you. But when you in it with somebody, these things happen. That doesn't mean we're not together. So as a woman, I do feel like I'm cheating if I were to be with somebody outside of, when we got into that fight or when I found out you were cheating. I'm still going to feel like I'm cheating because I want to be with you. I'm only out here because you are acting a motherfucking fool.
You don't want to be with them.
That's the only reason that I'm out here.
If you wanted to be with them, you would find out a better, more lucrative solution.
Lucrative?
Yeah, like something that's gonna actually make it make sense. There's nothing good in your decision to revenge cheat if you truly want to be with somebody. All you did was add. It's like if I was cooking a meal. Right? If I was cooking a meal and it was already too much salt, only thing you did was add more salt to the pot. So now I got to deal with your own personal guilt because you feel bad that you did something foolish. And now I got to also deal with my personal guilt and then also try to take on both of our guilts and try to find a way to make things right because technically I was the cheating initiator, which is not really fair. So my question is...
It's not fair.
It's not fair because just because somebody does something wrong doesn't make it okay for you to do something wrong and they say, well, now we can kind of get together.
Well, I have a
person that's done wrong doesn't get a say in that.
Rico. Does revenge cheating also include telling your partner that you revenge cheated, or do you just revenge cheat for yourself just to like...
Yeah.
Because how would they know?
Right. Like, I don't think that anyone's going to come back to their partner and be like, okay, well, I did this.
Tell them.
Like,
why would you tell them? You're not going to tell them.
I'm so good at my job.
It's just going to make you feel better.
I'm
to
saying
know
that to
to
Rico
know
because
that,
Rico was like, you're going to be dealing with your guilt. I'll be dealing with my guilt. And I don't really think that's how it is. I think that if you revenge cheat, it's just, that's on you. If you feel guilty yourself, then maybe you feel guilty. If you feel like you did the right thing and maybe you can go back to your relationship now because you know you got one up on him and you guys can work it out and be back in a relationship so that way that you're not that angry at him, then that works for some people.
Yeah.
We can go that way. We can go that route. We can definitely talk about that. But to answer your question initially, the reason that I did say that is because we were speaking about a person who doesn't cheat. That was the topic, right? We were speaking about somebody that's not in their character. So how would you know when I answered this? Because I knew that question was going to come about at some point, but I tried to beat it. You know what I'm saying? Was the simple fact that you can see it on them. You can usually see somebody who has done wrong. There's a lot of people who done, like, I don't want to compare cheating to selling drugs, right? But let's just say we did. Somebody who sold drugs for the first time, they look like they sold drugs for the first time. Like, they just look uncomfortable in the whole process. So somebody who's cheated for the first time, they look uncomfortable with the process of only just of the simple fact of dealing with them within themselves. It's not about me or the relationship. It's usually that, damn, I kind of let myself down because I know I'm better than this. And I cheated for the first time. You done broke the ice to really be like, I'm a cheater.
But that doesn't turn people into cheaters. Because my cheating situation, I was 19. I was young and dumb. And I never cheated after that. I never cheated on anyone after that. I just left them.
So once a cheater, not always a cheater. I
feel like if I was like I just don't believe that either. Okay. I don't believe that. And let's hope that's not the case for you, young sir, But what I do think is that people can change. So if people have made a change, they're doing different things in their life, they're doing different things in their life. They deserve the benefit of the doubt, especially if they are displaying the behaviors and they're being honest and they're actually doing their work. I genuinely think that that's possible.
So all right, follow me. Could y'all live with a guy? By live, I don't mean like physically. I mean like,
entertaining or
dating? I mean like just... Could you live with a guy? Could you live with the fact that knowing a man has cheated on you at some point in your relationship and remain the same that you were when you initially were dating?
Oh no, I'll be acting real different.
I never did it, so I have no idea. I never been cheated on as far as I know my knowledge. So I don't know.
Well, I would have to say that too. Like, to my knowledge, I have never been cheated on, but just for any slight convenience.
Because we're good.
Like, ew. Like, if this is not funny.
That's why I feel like the revenge cheating is necessary, because I don't even know, like, if that happened to me, how could I get through that? And the only way I could think about getting through that is, like, we have a family, and I've invested a lot of years.
But
then I'm going to go, okay,
are you really, like, getting back? Because I know I'm not like that. Even if I get mad about something else, like, and we work back together, I really still be acting different. I'm not going to lie. Like,
it's going to take a while. That's going to be a hard feat.
Cheating.
So I would just say, just don't do it, because it really, and after I did that with, like, that, this was my college sweetheart or whatever. He happened to move away, and I don't know what was going on, right? But after that, we got back together, but it just was never the same.
Did you tell him you cheated,
no.
So there was nothing to get over.
I didn't. No. He said that he had a dream, and he asked me if during the summer that he was gone, did something happen? And I told him the truth, because I can't lie.
Why do guys?
Omission is different than lying, right? It never came up. Do you hear trees fall in the forest? No, right? It could have just it was one time, it could have just went to the grave. But he asked me, so I can't lie to his face. So I told him.
Was it a one-night stand?
It wasn't a one-night stand, because I knew this person for years. We went to college together, but it just was one night. And that's it. And he knew I had a boyfriend too. We were like,
it was a one-night stand. Why she lying? But listen.
No, I knew him. Like, this was a friend.
I'm talking to you with my teeth closed. Be honest.
Be honest what?
Did you see him before this?
Yeah,
Before this night?
Yes, I went to school with him.
No.
Years.
I don't mean.
No, I actually was close with him. Like, I knew him personally.
So was it organized?
It wasn't organized.
So how did you? Okay.
It was just after.
You guys were having one.
Go ahead. No,
You guys
stop.
were studying.
He was in a frat.
Gemini
he was in Omega Psi
friend,
Phi.
stop. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to
Gemini
take off
friend.
for her.
I'm not ashamed of this. People make mistakes. This was 10
No,
years
it's not
ago,
about
so
making
I'm
a
cool
mistake.
on it.
I just want to see if it was really a one night stand.
It wasn't a one night stand. It
So
was
what was
a
it?
one night.
What was it?
One night stand is
No,
with a
but you don't
stranger.
know that person.
That's
No,
with a
it-
stranger.
One night stands are not always with strangers.
Yes, they are.
I could have known. Not saying this has happened. Not saying it will. I could have known Amanda on 8 at the table
Lying
for
now.
4 years.
Not saying this has happened.
No, I'm saying I could have known Amanda for 4 years at 8 at the table, okay? 4 years passed by, me and Amanda see each other at a networking event, and this boom, 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 boom happens. That's still a one night stand.
I don't think that's a one night stand.
Nah, I would be
A
like,
one
I
night
fucked him
stand
once.
is you met them one night.
No.
You met them
That's
one
not a
night
one-night
and you
stand.
never seen them again.
No.
That's a one night
A
stand.
one night stand means I actually never ever pursued you and you never pursued me, and then one night we decide to pursue each other.
Let's look this up because I think most people would agree that a one night stand is when you go out and you meet someone that night and you go and have sex with them that night.
But
That's
they
a
could be
one
a
night
familiar
stand.
face.
Mar-
Not
Maria's
a
on
friend
it
of
with
yours
the
that you
definition.
bonded with, talk to, you
No,
know
wait,
them,
wait.
you're close with them, and then one night something happens.
You were
called-
not bonded
that's
with him.
called-
Cut it out, Capper.
That's
You was
called-
not bonded with this man.
No, I was. He was a good friend of mine.
Oh, brother.